ठीक है, I think it is live, and Priya is also joining.
What about Amritanjali?
Amritanjali is in traffic, तो वो join
Hi,
करेगी.
Priya.
Hi Priya.
Hey, hi Archie, hi Praveen, hi Riti. Praveen, so
Hello.
difficult for me also to join in. I'm joining from Nainital right now. Very, very bad internet connection.
I got it from your voice itself. I came to know that. Okay.
Even I had a house party and then it got like cancelled at the last moment. I was like, thank God.
Okay. So I think we are live now. So just we will confirm once. So guys,
Mhm.
those who are in YouTube and LinkedIn, right? You can confirm me with your comments. And yes, see, I can see Lavi Sharma is here. Uh, जल्दी से फटाफट से कमेंट डालो whether we are live or not. Only one person is there. तो देखते हैं क्या होगा. Yes, hi Anil Das, thanks for joining. So I think people are joining slowly. अभी अभी उनको पता चल रहा है कि we are live. Okay, so many people are there. तो आप लोग को भी पता चलेगा कि क्या हो रहा है. So thank you Archie, thank you Priya, and thank you Riti for joining. Amritanjali is a little bit late, and next 30 minutes she will join. 20-30 minutes. I see most of the comments. Everyone is pinging hi, hi, hi. So it's really good to know, right? And you all are doing really great on LinkedIn with your, motivation. I think we can definitely help some of the people over LinkedIn also, right? So let's start with a small introduction because I see people are here. So many people are here. So Archie, let's start with you. All right. Let's
Okay.
go ahead with your introduction so that our audience know.
Okay. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi everyone. This is Archie. I am a software engineer. I have 5 years of experience. I worked in two companies previously. That is OpenText and ServiceNow. I currently work at Google. And yeah, I am quite active on LinkedIn. I post about like motivation and interview related stuff and tech. So yeah, I'm really happy to come here and talk. Thanks Praveen for inviting me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks a lot. It really means to the entire community, right? When great leaders, like great knowledgeable persons, are here, so definitely it will help. And thanks for the wonderful introduction, Archie. So Riti, going to you, tell me about yourself, like in short, and our audience also, like what you do and where are you currently working and everything.
Yeah. So am I audible?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are audible.
Okay. So hi everyone. I am Riti. Currently, I am a software engineer at Walmart. Priorly, I was a 6 months intern and then I joined as a software engineer. I'm not having much of experience. I'm completing 1 year, like in 2 to 3 months in Walmart. And apart from that, yes, I am also very active on LinkedIn. I try to help the community through my resources, my notes, and this is pretty much about myself.
Yes, I have been following you all, right? Where your notes and everything have helped me also, definitely. So, Priya, going to you, right? It's been an amazing journey what you had. So, just introduce yourself to my audience and everyone. I think people have waited a lot for this. I have seen so many registrations on the link which I have shared, right? So, go ahead, Priya. Okay, I think Priya's network is not there. So let's continue, right? Once Priya is back, we will talk, right? So Riti, tell me one thing, right? So I have seen most of your things, right, in the form of GitHub links or notes or something else. So tell me how you have started your journey, right? What are the steps you have taken? Because I have seen that you have converted your internship offer into the full time at Walmart. So how was that journey, right? Can you just elaborate some things on that?
Yes, sure, Pravi. So basically, starting from the very controversial topic, I was from a tier 3 college. I won't say my college was tier 3 because there was no on campus placement, and no on campus placement means no on campus placement. Neither TCS used to visit our college. So I was from that type of college, and no technical clubs, nothing. So we were not much aware about things, no involvement as well. But I couldn't say that this could be a reason that someone doesn't make it to like big companies. So, unlike the COVID happened and I started hovering over the LinkedIn, I got to know about the terms like software development engineer. And that time I was like dumbstruck with the fact that, okay, because startingly I used to think that, okay, if someone is working at Amazon, it should be a dumb thing that that person is a delivery boy. So, at that particular moment, I realized, okay, there is a software development engineer thing. And it was like in my first year end. So I started learning programming. I got connected with many people on LinkedIn. I tried to have some conversation with them regarding like how to start and many things. Yeah, eventually I DM'd 50 plus people, but didn't receive response from any one of them. Then I started Googling stuff because someone told me that if you don't receive a response, don't wait for it. Just try to do your own learning and own research over that. And then I started Googling things and I got to know about many things through Medium articles, Geeks for Geeks, and much more things. And then I started my journey of programming and data structures and algorithm. And from that phase, it was like so much of failures, so much of like depression coming through because I was not able to understand many things and I was not sure like where I should go and whom to ask. Then people suggested me to take some courses and buy some courses online, but that were a bit too expensive for me to buy. Then I hovered over YouTube, and at that particular day, everything was changed. So I followed many tutorials on YouTube, like starting from arrays to binary trees to graph. I followed many tutorials, and then it eventually helped me. And I started applying to internship at many companies. Some companies rejected because of the tier three facts. Some companies rejected because they weren't having my college name in their list. But yeah, at the end, like I landed over 20 plus companies, including three product based companies and a service based company. And it was like kind of a roller coaster ride for me because after landing an internship in Walmart, I was also worried about my PPO because I have to give one more interview for PPO as well. So it was kind of a roller coaster ride, but now things are going good. So
I think
this
that
is
is an
pretty much
amazing
about the
journey,
journey.
Ritik, right? Starting from you didn't know anywhere, like where to go, to whom to approach. You just started wherever it had the possible chances, right? And you found different ways, right? And I'm glad that you cracked 20 companies, but I think you have not mentioned anywhere, or maybe it was like previous posts, right? So you are just telling.
Yeah, actually, I didn't wanted to like. Well, ठीक है. At the last, I am in the company which I dreamed for, and I am happy at this company, so that matters to me rather than like the
Correct.
20 plus companies. Yeah.
Got it. Understood. But really, an amazing journey. So we'll talk about in depth, right? I have noted few of the points from your introduction, which is really a goosebumps. So Archie, I know you have been doing great in the LinkedIn. So can you tell about your introduction? Like how was your journey from one company, and you are working in one of the biggest company right now. I have been following you from long time, right? Just tell what are the things which you have done.
Okay, yeah. So, like, do you want to know the LinkedIn perspective, how I grew there, or like the Google thing, or should I talk about both?
Both is good because I see most of the people are interested in the things both.
Okay, yeah. So I'll start with like how I got into LinkedIn. So like when I was in open text side, I wanted to switch job, but at the time I was not really getting opportunities. So my resume was not out there. Like I had like started to get active on Naukri and like on some portals at that time. It was 2019, and then still I was not getting many calls, and I really wanted to like maybe give a lot of interviews and land my best offer and not just settle with whatever I have. So at the time I realized that I have to do something. I tried to reaching out to people on LinkedIn, ask recruiters to interview me, but it did not help. So I thought like maybe if I start becoming active on LinkedIn, people will notice my profile, and then that way I can get some attraction. So I started posting like quotes every day. So how I got into that is because I saw someone posting that he was not an Indian, but then whenever I read those I really felt good, and I was into book reading a lot at that time, like self-help
Okay.
books. So I thought like okay, maybe like it will help myself and maybe people who are reading, because somebody else's post made me feel good, so maybe my post will also feel someone good, right? Maybe like Indian people. So I
Yes.
did
Yes.
that continuously, and then sometimes I used to post something else related to tech, but But yeah, that's how it went. And slowly, like before I knew it grew so much. I did not expect much other than like just to get the attention of interviewers, and like sorry, recruiters, and just to get more interview
Correct.
calls. So that's how it started, and then it just like continued. So I started to post more when I saw like more engagement. I started to post about my journey when I switched to service now. I thought maybe I could help people. What really helped me, because when I started at that time in 2019, I think there was no like very much, I would say, awareness, or like at the time, no, like not many people are posting on LinkedIn. So I also like used YouTube like Riti, or I use like Geeks or Geeks interview with. I try to use like literally everything whatever could help me. So that's how I started. So I thought like maybe I'll post about it and let other people know. So that's how like LinkedIn thing got started. And about Google, so like it took me quite a lot of time. So yeah, so before open text I did not know much of data structure and algorithm. So the college I come from, it does not have that kind of background. People just dream of getting into TCS and like maybe Infosys, and then they feel like okay, that will be good and we can earn something, we can just maybe live in a good place, and that's the people what they dream for, right? That was the kind of culture my college had. So when I joined open text, and then I saw like some people joining Microsoft and like other good companies, and I thought like okay, if someone can do it, I can do it myself too. So at that time I started preparing, and I started from the very basic, like literally from starting to like learn to delete things, insert things in a data structure from that very basic. So I started at that time, and then I was giving interviews. I failed in a couple of them. I cried so much sometimes, because I thought like I just got the offer, but then at at the end they said like we cannot go forward. So it kept on happening, and then in I think in 9-10 months I received an offer from service now, and it was like really good. Like about my expectation. Did not think I did not know much about like there will be like stock options and joining
Correct.
bonus. There's so many things. I was not coming from that background. I was like really happy. And then so since 2019 I started to like do DSNL Go, and I did till I joined Google. So it was like 3.5 years. So I would say
Correct.
it was like consistent
Correct.
efforts
That's
every day.
what matters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
And also
matters.
like I made sure I do it every day. So like when I was, even let's say I was in a staycation or like wherever, I always used to have my laptop, and I used to make sure like no matter if I do a easy question or whatever, I'll do something, because I really was clear that I really wanted to go to a good place, and I was not going to settle for anything less.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
that's really great, Aarti. I think what I have seen from your journey is the consistency of posting every time, and I think LinkedIn is really a great platform because when you start doing something for the community, obviously someone will watch your things, right? Whatever you're posting, and will reach out. Maybe you started for job, but slowly that journey converted into as a motivation, right? And then now you are a successful person. So that's really a great journey. So yes, thank you, Archie. Now, Priya, I think your Germany is another level, right? So according to what I have been hearing, so can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, first of all, really sorry for all the turbulent connections in here. I couldn't agree more with Archie. I'm on a staycation with my laptop in. So that's really true. I think all of us, we follow exactly that. So I would like to reach out to all of you guys and give the best possible. If I talk about my journey, I graduated back in 2020 from JP Institute of Information Technology. Not really different from Archie because similar. Exact kind of environment in my college too, not that competitive, not much of things happening, but that's wherein I ended up working in a company called
Okay, I think again network issue is there, but yeah. Meanwhile, once she replies, we have one question for Archie, right? So, hi Archie, would like to know about your DSA journey as I have the same experience as yours, unable to consistent on it. Help with your inputs. So, Archie, I see most
Yeah.
of the people, right?
but then all of us, we have this product thing driving us towards success.
Okay, I think I will, as of now, just intimate Priya, right, regarding the signal issue, right? Meanwhile, Archie, you can go ahead with the question.
Yeah. Okay. So hi Varsha. Yeah. Okay. So my DSA journey, like if I tell you like from the very basics, I started from Geeks for Geeks. Before that, actually, I started from like Hacker Rank. I just did array strings, and then I went to Geeks for Geeks. I did all the basic problems. Then I went to Interview Bit. I did their whole programming section where they have some questions in each category. Then I moved to Lead Code, and it was really hard in the starting because my test case just would not pass. I don't know why. They have so tricky test cases. So it was very difficult initially, but then I kept doing it every day, and also I had interviews lined up, so I had to just, you know, like, I mean, just do it every day because I could not make a fool of myself in front of an interview because I was giving interviews for a very big companies. So I really wanted to be, good. I did not want it to be like, blank in front of interviews. So so that's why I gave like my best. And also otherwise, like, I really wanted to end up somewhere good. That's why that consistency was there. So what helped me in consistency, I would say, first thing is I had interview scheduled, right? And those companies were really important to me. So first interview that I gave was Google in 2019. It was like really important for me. Then next was Amazon. So that was the motivation that okay, I am being from open text, I'm getting these opportunities, and these might not come again in the future. That is something which kept me going. Second thing is what I did, I had that like GitHub, and where I would commit every day. So I really wanted to be consistent. I did not want it to be like, somewhere green, somewhere white. I really wanted it to look good. That was like kind of motivation for me. What kept Other thing that really helped me is like reading books. So I like ended my day with 3-4 pages of a self-help book. I mean, it sound cliche, but it really did help me. Also, I made a to-do list in the night. I made like, hourly schedule, like okay, I'm waking up at 6, I'll study till 8. From 8 to 8:30 I'll get ready, and 8:30 I'll have my cab. In lunch, in my office lunch, I used to have 1 hour, so I used to go in some room, try to study there. When I was in cab, I would just go through the questions what I'm going to do after I reach home. Then after just going home, after I'll take 30 minutes break, and after that I'm going to do certain number of problems. I used to had like everyday plan because that was like a very specific window, and I just had an interview one after a month for Google. So that was something that I followed for that 1-2 months, and then it stuck with me, and then I just continued. Because when you have come so far, you don't want to lose all that you have already worked. So it did not work out at that time, but I had put in already so much energy and time and like my efforts. I did not wanted all of that to go waste. So I knew like I had already done so much, so I just continued with that with less intensity. So yeah, that's how I started. Also, things that helped me were like Geeks for Geeks for any topic if I want to know in depth, and one was YouTube. So
Great.
yeah.
I think that is a precise right answer. Where you work at six, woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning. You start your journey with, यार कितना questions करना है मुझे, क्या करना है अगला schedule. That's really good, Archie. And I think everyone, those who have done that kind of preparation, are really successful one or the other point of time. Because let us think, if you have stopped your preparation, ये सोच के कि यार अब नहीं हो रहा मुझसे, right now, that point of the next journey would not have been possible, right? So I think Versha Mishra, you have got your answer, right? I have got some pointers where she used to wake up, have a proper plan, then daily commits in the GitHub, make sure she posted everywhere in the LinkedIn that she is doing some additional work on, right? So I think those all things will definitely make you the better person, right? So Archie, I have the similar question for you also, right? Gopal is asking, Riti ma'am, can you share your journey of DSA preparation, right? So can you just flash on the like light on Gopal's question?
Yeah, so hi Gopal. Basically, whenever you hear about this DSA preparation, you would be hearing some similar answers from everyone that start with this and solve this many questions and try to maintain consistency on lead code and everything. But one thing which I would like to add is ki, like I heard many people saying that solve 30 questions of array or solve 20 questions of array. But many people don't say that don't solve a similar type of question. Like there is you don't gain anything if you are solving 30 similar type of questions for array. If you are solving 30 easy questions, 30 medium questions, 30 hard questions, you are not gaining anything. You are just doing some questions for the similar type of set of problems. So what you can do is, whenever you are starting your DSA preparation, which I also followed and you can also follow, is whenever you are starting your DSA preparation, start solving questions, but try to solve some variety of questions so that it can enhance your technical skills, and you can also be aware of different types of questions. So whenever you are sitting in an interview and one question is thrown to you, you would be knowing, okay, I have solved at least this type of questions or this variety of question, so I can go ahead and answer or can tell approach. So what I will suggest you is, take a topic. Don't try to like give 30 days to only one topic. Like if you're solving arrays and you are only solving arrays for the 1 month, and then when you are jumping to linked list and then you are jumping to stacks and queue, all the arrays concept is like flushed out. So don't do like this. Try to take one topic, try to give at least 10 to 20 days for that topic, or 10 to 15 days for that topic. Pick at least 20 to 25 or 30 questions from that topics, 10 easy, 10 medium, or 5 hard, and try to solve some variety of questions. Once you are done with that topic, just skip to another topic and consistently parallelly try to revise some concepts of prior topic as well, so that you would be having the knowledge about the current topic and the prior topic. Because I have seen many people, and me myself have struggled a lot, that when I go to binary trees, some of my concepts for linked list is like fleshed out. So don't do that. Try to solve some prior concepts as well whenever you get time. Like just give at least half an hour for revision or anything, and you can solve some variety of questions. So basically I followed this approach and it helped me a lot. And you can follow a playlist along with that, so that your theory concepts as well as your practical concepts are also very much enhanced. Along with that, what I would say is, if you are preparing, don't only focus on preparation, rather focus more on practicing things. So basically what someone does is, they start preparing, and then they don't know that if they are preparing, they are going in a good direction or in a wrong direction. So try to give some mock interviews, or take some challenges in between, like the lead code bi-weekly challenge, and some challenges which used to happen. I used to give some challenges on code chef, like cook off, lunchtime, and etc., to know your preparation, that what is the level of your preparation. So you can follow these all things, and I guess this would be very much good enough for you. And it would hardly take 2 to 3 months to prepare DSA at a good level. I'm not saying that you will become an expert in DSA, because regularly solving problem is something which would increase your skills. But yeah, you would be at least having that much of capability that you can sit in an interview and explain an approach to the interviewer.
Great, Riti. I think Archie, you have received a good comment from Visha. She is telling, thanks, Archie ma'am, for your support, right? So now, Riti, I would like to know, I think everyone is asking the same question everywhere, according to the comments, what I have seen. Can you please tell the roadmap? Now, ये ऐसा हो गया कि अभी लोगों ने देख लिया कि क्या पढ़ना है. Now they want कि यार, what we have to do to achieve that particular company, or let's say the interview, right? So what do you suggest on that? What is the breakdown? Maybe can you explain in short, so that I can ask Archie also the same question, because you both are working in two different companies, right? And that has been a great journey, right? And everyone thinks of only those companies in their mind, ki yaar, they have to achieve that. So maybe can you just give a glimpse of that thing?
Yeah. So Praveen, coming to a roadmap for an interview preparation, what I would suggest is, there are many things in an interview which is being asked. No one knows a proper syllabus for an interview, because you never know what kind of a question could be asked to you. So basically, majorly the topics which are asked in an interview is like starting from data structures and algorithm. It is the most asked topic, or most asked questions are from this particular subject in most of the interviews if you are appearing for a software engineer role. So data structures and algorithm is the first thing. Now coming to core CS subjects. So core CS subjects includes operating system, database management system, computer networks, and software engineering sometimes. So basically these 5 topics are something you can prepare for your interviews. Nowadays, many companies have started asking system design questions as well, because when I gave my Atlassian interview for a fresher role, they asked me the system design question. So it depends on company to company. I couldn't say that each and every company has system design question, but it depends company to company. So if you're having a good knowledge about that, that is a cherry on cake. So basically, in these 5 topics, just start your DSA journey. What you can do is start with any of the programming language of your choice, either it be C, C++, Java, or Python. But what I prefer is C, because C is something you get familiar in your semester exams as well. Generally, college students have C as their subject in their semesters. So you can start with C, and then you can jump to any of the language, C++, Java, or Python. These three of the languages have their good points and bad points at different scales. So I couldn't say that this particular language is good or this particular language is bad. You can start with any of the language, either it be C++, Java, or Python. I started with C++ because that is a pretty fast language for execution. So you can start with any of the language of your choice. Now, when you are completely good in one of the language, what you can do is you can follow a playlist on YouTube of any of the YouTuber or any of the free resources which is available. If you're someone who couldn't afford a paid course, so there are like differences between paid courses and free courses. So when you pay something, you are ki, okay, I have paid, so I have to complete it in the given timeline. So if you are some like person like that who is lazy and who isn't consistent, you can go for a paid course. But if you're someone who is consistent and knows that you have to complete this thing in this particular timeline, you can go for a free resource. Just stick to one of the playlists. Start with arrays, and once you're done with arrays, you can jump to linked list. Then you can jump to stacks, queues, binary trees, graphs, and dynamic programming. So basically, these are the topics which are mostly asked in the interviews. So you can spend at least 10 to 15 days for all of these topics. You can take a playlist of any of the YouTuber or any of the person who have uploaded like data structures and algorithm playlist on their YouTube channel. Also, if you're not getting like, it's not important that if you are able to understand binary trees of some of the playlist, you would be able to understand dynamic programming from the same playlist. So also have your research. It's not important that you stick to only one playlist all throughout your placement journey. Try to research for different playlists in between. It's not necessary that if you're starting dynamic programming from some of the YouTuber, the binary trees for that, like, you would be able to understand. So have your research, proper research on that. And once you're done with data structures and algorithm, you can practice it on lead code, geeks for geeks, or any of the platforms which you wish to. If you're a competitive programmer and wants to enhance more skills on the competitive programming side, you can also practice on code forces. And once you're done with all these, jump over core CS subjects. Don't or never ignore core CS subjects. But being a fresher, I have been asked core CS subjects like oops concept and database management system questions and operating system questions lot of times in the interviews, either it be a service based company or a product based company. So practice skills on the core CS subjects. It won't take hardly 2 months to practice the skills on the core CS subjects. So for oops, database management system, operating system, you can follow a playlist from Gate Smashers. That is the best playlist, and if you follow that, you would be prepared for your semester exams along with your interviews as well. And after that, system design is something like there are not much resources on system design free of cost on YouTube, but yeah, there are some resources which would be helpful for you to like at least say something in the interview and proceed ahead. But yeah, there are some blogs which are present in Google which you can thoroughly have a look through before appearing for an interview, and it would help in system design. Yeah, so
I
that is
think
a pretty much of roadmap.
that is a very long answer for the particular question, right? And with that only I can understand, maybe audience can also understand ki DSA is very much depth, right? When we talk about some company, the big company, how they ask, I think you have given the complete gist of that thing, right? And at the end, guys, those who are watching us, I will be summarizing everything, right, in one go, right? So definitely watch this podcast or the AMA session till the end, right? And Archie, the same question goes to you, right? Because you are also doing the same thing, right? Maybe your development, yeah, for your support activity, whatever you are doing, right? So how that roadmap, if you want to give to someone who is just starting the DSA, right? What will be the roadmap in short and sweet? Maybe can you just tell?
Okay, so for DSA specifically, I would say, like, start with the basics. If you're just starting, start with the basics. Like, go on Google, search, like, what are the topics that you should be preparing. I would say array, strings, linked list, tags, queues, trees, graphs, are like the basic ones, and then you should definitely do sliding window, dynamic programming, backtracking, like monotonic stack, like whatever comes after that. So these are the topics that that you should be like prepared with when you are aiming for a top company. Start with the basics, understand how to do basic operations in all of them. How do you insert, how do you delete, how do you delete from middle, how do maybe iterate, different kind of iterations by recursion, all of that. Know your basics, and after that go to a platform and do questions depth wise, like do do one topic. Okay, do one topic, and then do one topic, and after that do kind of similar questions also. Sometimes like you do a like easy question, and then you see in like lead code there is a advanced version of that. So do 2 3 topics, so do 2 3 questions, so that like you really understand the problem. After that do certain number of problems until you feel you're comfortable. Also along the journey, I would say the questions that you're not able to like really do on your own and are very hard, just note them down somewhere, and then come back to them later. Like this, do all the topics. And also like what Ritish said, like I would also say, like please revise what you have done. I did this mistake, and then I kept on forgetting things, but yeah, when I started doing it, it helped. So yeah, revise also maybe on weekends or sometime. So once you are like prepared with all the topics, then yeah, go to like some contests. I myself did like lead code challenges, do them. Also start to appear in interviews. You will never find you will never find yourself completely like prepared. So yeah, start giving interviews, see where you are lacking, and then just it is a continuous journey, right? So just keep preparing, and then just keep like appearing in interviews. And yeah, like it will take some time, but eventually you'll feel confident, like maybe in an year or like um some more time, and then you should go ahead, and I think you'll be successful in whatever like you're aiming for.
I think that was a pretty good answer. And what I have understood, being a non-DSA background, maybe I just do a little bit of coding here and there. What I've understood is majorly you have to understand arrays, tags, queues, binaries, link. What is that? One more thing. Some search you have
Yeah.
to. Some those things are very much important, is what I have understood, right? So maybe what we can do, right, in this session as part of enlightening to the students, as well as I'm also getting the knowledge, right? So can you both, right, just prepare some draft, right, in a document what we have discussed till now, like uh, roadmap, as you have told, some questions are there or some things we have to follow. And Riti, same goes to you as well, like what is the roadmap, what are the things we need to follow, right? Maybe we will start with both of you having the document, and I will put as a description and comment also in the LinkedIn, right? So that people just click on that link and they get entire things whatever we have discussed. Maybe that will really help the people, is what I'm thinking, right? So that's really a good answer. But apart from this, right, what I have seen in both of you, right, the similarities are you guys have come to LinkedIn, right, only to explore the job opportunities, but slowly it started as your passion to enlighten the community, and you have got so much back, is what I believe. Even I got it on LinkedIn. Even if I don't put the post one day, na, I will feel like, oh yaar, aaj to kuch ho nahi raha hai. Yeah, I'm getting that kind of feel. So I put regularly and I try to be consistent. So what are your thoughts on this LinkedIn journey, right? Going ahead, if you see down the line of last 2 years, how it has impacted you. So Riti, just can you tell me?
Yeah, this answer I'll keep it short and crisp. Yeah. So basically, just like that, I started LinkedIn for the job purpose only, to get referral at any company, or to get to know about which company is hiring or not, or also we can say like to get guidance. But what I have seen now ki, at that particular time when I joined LinkedIn, people used to lack guidance, and for me as well, as I lacked guidance, as there was no senior of mine who was placed at a very good company who could guide, or we didn't had much of the senior interaction. So in that particular way, I thought, and I started helping people as much as possible. Like Archie told that she tried to help people through the journey, like how she got into service now. That could be helpful to people, because if someone is switching from one company to another, they are having some of the general doubts which could be resolved by seeing a post and having a look through, okay, these are the steps which she followed, or these are the steps which one should follow to like get ahead, how one should apply. There are rejection that one faces. It's not like it's only with us that we are facing a rejection. It's with different people. The different people faces the rejection. We only see the happy part of the story. We don't see the sad part of the story as well. So in that respect only, I started like posting some of the like whatever notes I prepared, whatever the resources I tried to collate during my college studies, which helped me a lot. And I've also seen that many people are not able to buy expensive courses, so there are like ample number of free courses available on YouTube, on like blogs available, courses available are there, like on different topics, different tech stack. But it's like the research needs to be done. Okay, and I do agree with the fact that sometimes you are not in a mental state to research because placements are in like next 2 months, and you can't sit away and just research for some of the resources because that will take much of your time. So in that way only, I started contributing as much as possible or helping the community. I started creating some GitHub repository during my semesters only. It was like when I started in my college, I started creating GitHub repository with all the resources which I collated for myself. So that particular time it was only till GitHub, but I started sharing it on LinkedIn, and eventually it helped lot of people. And when you help lot of people, na, lot of people start following you because they know that you are putting out that type of content which would be helpful, at least not to them, to their friends or family members or etc. people. So in that way, my LinkedIn started growing, and to be honest, I didn't cared about like I didn't post it to just grow on LinkedIn. It was like just helping the community, and then the community gives you back. So that
Correct.
was the pretty much journey of my LinkedIn. I never focused much on growing followers on LinkedIn, but yeah, helping the community helped me a lot in growing my LinkedIn. And now I guess my LinkedIn is that much stable that if someone who is starting like in their college or starting any internship or starting with any of the subject or topic, just go through my LinkedIn. There are having ample number of resources. Even if you're not on LinkedIn, it is uploaded on GitHub. Even if you're not on GitHub, it is uploaded on different sites. So you can be accessible to all the resources. Yeah.
That's really
Over
amazing.
to
I
you,
think
Praveen.
one stop solution for everything you have given, right? If it is not available there, go there, go there. I think that is really good. And I believe whatever we all are here, right, is because of LinkedIn. Maybe I believe that, right? Even you all believe that. So Archie, how was your LinkedIn journey? Is that same like LinkedIn has given you back everything because you are active on LinkedIn, or how was your journey in short and sweet note?
Yeah. So for me, I would say it has given me a lot. So like when I started, right, I used to post like it's like I was saying earlier. I used to like post motivation quotes. It used to make me feel good. I would feel like good every day, and then we'll go on with my daily activities. Later, a lot of people started texting me like, "I really like what you post. It really helps me also to boost myself up, to make me confident, and I feel good about my day and all." So earlier I did not feel as much confident about talking about tech because I thought like maybe I am not at that kind of place myself. So when I joined service now, when I felt like okay, I have some journey and I can help people, I started posting about whatever I had in me and whatever I learned on the way. So I used to like, at the time I used to talk to people on DMs much more than by post. So yeah, I that was my thing, right? I really wanted to help people because the place from where I am coming, people did not know a thing. There was like kind of no awareness. So yeah, I started to post like that, and then I made a lot of friends on LinkedIn actually. Like I would say like you too, and a lot of people are there who I actually met, and I meet in meetups. So whenever I go to meetups, right, I see I find some people who follow me on LinkedIn, or we are friends. So it has also, I got a lot of referrals also. So all the interviews that I have gotten, like in, let's say, in this last job hunt, they all were from LinkedIn. My tutor for Google reached out to me on LinkedIn. So that was one thing. So yeah, in a way, like it has given me a lot. People coming to you, praising you for what you're doing. You're making friends. You're meeting. You're getting invites for like communities, for meetups. You are getting like you are knowing a lot of companies, doing collaborations and all. So it has been like a lot of goods for me. So yeah, that's why I really, that the platform is really close to me. And yeah, I tried to like talk to people as much as I can. I tried to help them as much as I can. I also like actively refer people. In the previous company I had like so many referrals, like that 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 bar stopped showing, it would just show 200, and then I did not know how many more I referred. My manager used to ask me, oh my god, Archie, how many referrals have you done? Whatever interview I do is from your referral, our team. So yeah, I mean, that's what I believe in, you know. What help I could not get, I just want to give it to someone else.
I think that's really great. So, Archie, with the continuation of that question only, right? So, I think for a fresher starting this journey of DSA algorithms or coming onto that knowledge of getting into a company, right? So, every fresher has this question: what type of projects they need to add in, right? So, maybe you can just limelight a few which you have done and you have achieved, right? Maybe Kishan, you can hear from Archie.
Okay, yeah. So like I want to say first of all, like it's not important to have complicated project. I've seen a lot of people, you know, doing machine learning, artificial intelligence, or all of that. They pressure themselves with doing very tough product projects. So for me, I think the biggest thing is that you know technology, right? That's what people are looking for. If you do a like web project based on Spring Boot Java, it will show like you are good in that tech stack. If you are doing something, let's say machine learning or something, it does not have to be complicated, but it just should show that you know certain skill, or you know that. So first of all, I really want like people to understand that you don't have to have complicated things, because these kind of questions have come to me a lot, like, you know, is my project innovative enough, if is my project like, you know, good enough. So all projects are good as long as you have done it yourself, meaning, right, you should do it yourself, not by, you know, help or like just taking it from your senior. And also like focus on a tech stack and really learn it in depth. So yeah, that's so I would say there is no type that you should do. I personally had done machine learning courses. I did a nano degree, so on base of that I did some projects in college. I did some very basic web projects at the time. I did 2 3 there, and that's what I put in my resume, and it does not, I think, make a difference. Like my like company's project make a difference now, but earlier also I think what tech stack you're like focusing on, what technical skills you're getting is important, because like, you know, problem solving, right? That's fine, but when you're actually working in a company, you're working on a certain tech stack, and those skills will help you there. So that's what people are looking for.
Okay, that's really awesome. So, guys, people on LinkedIn and on YouTube, you guys can ask any sort of questions. I'm getting lot many questions, and I'm just reframing or reselecting the things which are not same, right? So those kind of questions I'm taking in. You can just post it, like the video who are watching on LinkedIn. Anyways, I see almost 70 or 60 plus people are here, so that's really great. So, Riti, this question is for you. I think Smriti is asking Riti. So maybe you can answer your timetable, your preparation strategy, and your daily routine.
Yeah, hi, Smriti. So basically, like, this is a question, like, I have also taken many sessions, and this was the question which was asked to me, like, can one like be good at the semester exams as well, get some good CGPA along with doing the DSA preparation. So yes, this is possible. Like nothing is impossible. So if you are in college and if you are like a college student, what I would suggest is try to be at least going to college 3 or 4 days in a week, so that in college, teacher, if your professor teaches you, it's a good thing. If not, go to the central library. So if professor teaches you, just have a look through all the things, because whenever you are listening to something now, most of the things is implanted in your head. So in the semester exams, you don't need to put much of effort in like giving the exams and getting a good CGPA. So what I'll suggest is you to never take semester exams. Like don't ever think that semester exams are something which shouldn't be taken seriously. Because when I applied for Walmart, there was a cutoff CGPA which was of 7.5 and above. So 7.5 or 8, I don't remember exactly, but it was like that above. And when I applied for Microsoft, it was 8.5 CGPA or above. So that was the thing. So I would suggest you, if you're applying for off-campus job opportunity, never say that semester exams or CGPA is not important. It is important if you're applying for off-campus placements. So whenever you are going to college, just try to focus on what your professor teaches. And if your professor is not teaching good, just go to the central library and have a like going through all the subjects which you were having on the same college day. So what I used to do is I was a regular kind of student in my college because of the 75% attendance criteria. So I used to regularly visit the college, and I was among the first benchers as well. So I used to sit at the first bench and I used to listen to the professors. And at that particular time, half of my things were done because whatever professor used to say, I just used to note down in my copy. So at that particular time, my like semester was sorted. So whenever I used to go home, then I used to take a break of 1 hour or two, have something and go with friends or have like tea, coffee or anything. And then I used to sit and practice DS Algo or web development, whatever I wish to. So that was the routine which I followed in my day-to-day life. But if you are someone like who is not much interested into college studies, you can skip your college if you don't have that attendance criteria. And semester exam is something like every engineer knows that we read one day before the night and qualify all the exams. So it's not pretty tough that you should be like very much consistent to your semester studies. But yeah, like some of the semester subjects like operating system, database management system, these are some topics which are often asked in the interviews as well. So you could try to get your hands dirty in this topic as much as possible. Apart from that, like it's like my semester journey was like I used to prepare 2 days before the semester and used to go to the college. So half of the semester things were done there only, and at night the algo preparation or web development. So this was the routine I followed.
I think your routine is matched with everyone, right? And people, those who are watching, they and studying right now in the college, they would have think कि यार हम भी रीति दीदी जैसे करते हैं, हम भी थोड़ा college अच्छे से जाते हैं, right? Because of her attendance criteria, she was into the college. But yes, it's up to you कि आप लोगों को क्या करना है. But definitely यार, everyone, right? Maintain your attendance and just go through the things what people are telling. I think the next question is very much important. And Archie, it's for you directly, right? Hi, can you please share some good resources for system design, right? So what do you suggest? Because Archie, even I see now many of the companies are asking system design, right? So and people are thinking like, what is system design at the end? Is it like just knowing the flow? Is it like just knowing the things, basic things? What does that mean? And you can share the resources also accordingly.
Yeah, okay. So for design part, I would say both high level design and low level design are important. So high level design is where you actually like, just talk about the system and put the components, talk like, what database are you going to use, what like other things you are going to use. And in LLD, you just have to like design the classes, design the like high level functions, what you will be having and how the flow will execute. Also, you should be knowing design patterns to actually implement your code in a good way. Okay, so that is something, these are the three things that you should be really good at. So in system design, first of all, in LLD you should be knowing like oops and design patterns. I think once you do both of those and do some practice, you should be good with that. Second thing is high level system design. So for high level system design, you should be knowing all the topics. Okay, all the topics like what is caching, what is partitioning, scaling, all of that. So like there is a very good video of Kirti Purswani. She has mentioned topics of what you should do for a high level interview, system design interview, and she has similar topics for LLD also. So she has really put down the topics very clearly. And actually I had already learned those, and when I saw her video I really found them useful. So you can go over those topics. So yeah, just go over like each topic in depth. So there are a lot of videos. So Gaurav Sen, he has like a video on each topic individually. And like there are many other YouTubers also. So first of all, understand all the topics in depth, understand what is scaling, understand how do you do caching, how do you do partitioning, and all the things, how you should be like selecting a particular database. First of all, when you know all the basics, go to some YouTube videos where they have discussed particular systems. Okay, so there are some famous systems like, let's say, Uber, Amazon, and then like Swiggy, all of those. So see multiple videos of that and see like how they are explaining, how they are choosing a certain database. And when you see those, you yourself develop a mentality. Okay, this person has chosen certain database in certain situation. So okay, if I get some situation, I'll choose that. Once you go over those kind of topics again and again, you will see that you yourself have an understanding of how to design the system. So yeah, after that you can start practicing yourself. I did like preparation on Pramp. So Pramp is a platform where you can do like mock interviews. Also I would suggest to like book sessions on Pramp, maybe like late in the night or early in the morning. At the time you really get good interviewers. That was my experience. And some YouTube videos that you should definitely follow is like Gaurav Sen is first, then Code Karle, then there is Yogita, she is also good. I think Kirti's content is also really good. Somajit is good. I think Shriyansh, he's from PayPal, is really good. And there is one more channel which is named like Code with Irtiza. He has like I think 3-4K subscribers, but his channel is like really good. So also like explore yourself. Don't feel like if I suggested Gaurav Sen or like maybe a certain YouTuber, it will work for you. I find that people who have very less subscribers also are really good. So explore yourself, and also like make notes of all the topics that you're learning so that you can come back to that, because these are like topics which you may forget. You like partitioning, you may forget, like what, why did I choose certain kind of caching or whatever. Also go over those and just keep giving mock interviews, and you'll eventually find yourself in a very good position. Yeah.
So I think yes, Archie. I think even I am from a DevOps background, right? And I have seen some of the YouTube channel as you have told, right? Kirti Puswani, she is one of the best content creator, and Gaurav Sen, yes, Somajit, yes. So I think these all
So one
people
more
have
thing that
really
I
done.
wanted to, yeah, one more thing that
Yes,
I wanted to like just convey, that there is this course of grokking the system design, and I have this course and I found it really helpful. It has text content, but that depth of details they have, and like the way they have explained them is really good. So if someone maybe is looking out for a paid thing in the text format, that is really good.
okay, that's really great. So yes, I have I think one thing for me, Praveen sir, I've got an offer from 3D Tech Limited, and thank you for your support and content. That's really awesome. Thank you, Rishikesh. Right. So Riti, I think one important question, right? So now we have discussed about the projects, we have discussed about the roadmap. Now we are slowly going into the resume section. I think next question will be how you apply to the companies, right? So Riti, how to approach for companies, and what happen is like resume is not shortlisted. So maybe you can tell how you will design your resume, and based on this you can take it forward.
Yes. Before taking that question, Praveen, I have just pinged you in a private chat. Like I have prepared a post on the system design thing. So I've tried to collate all the free resources which is available on LinkedIn for system design and LLD. So it would be great if you could put that link in the description
Definitely,
or the
I'm
chat.
going to put. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Riti.
Yeah. So yeah. So the resume screening is the first process which happens in every company. But to be honest, the first process which happens to be at every company is like shortlisting based on your colleges. So yeah. So resume shortlisting is definitely the first thing which happens. So starting from the resume perspective, so first thing which you should always keep in mind that one page resume is something which is preferred by most of the companies. Now secondly, there is a term called as ATS scanner. So now most of the companies prefer that ATS scanner. So what happens in that ATS scanner is, suppose a company is like having a job opening in their team or respective orgs. So what they will do, like they are searching for a Java developer. So they will put some keywords like having proficiency in Java, having proficiency in Spring Boot, or etc. etc. And they will match your resume. Compare your resume along with that keywords, and they will just filter your resume on basis of that keywords. So ATS scanner is a thing which is like most trending nowadays, and most companies are using that ATS scanner. So what I will suggest is, whenever you are applying to a company, always keep three things in mind. If the company is having a particular opening, like an Android developer opening, and you know nothing about Android developer, just don't go blindly and apply to that company, because eventually you're going to be rejected. Second thing, if you're a Java developer and you're trying to apply for a company, just have a look through the experience level they are asking for. It's like if they are asking for 2+ years of experience and you are a fresher and you are going to apply eventually, then also you would be rejected. Third thing which you should keep in mind, that if you're applying to a company, like suggest the Java developer thing only. So if you're applying for a Java developer position, so have a look at the proper JD, have a look at all the skills they have mentioned, and try to try to import all the skills which you have. I'm not saying that blindly copy paste all the skills in your resume. The skills which you have and the skills which match in the job description, try to mention that skills in your resume. It would be very much helpful in filtering your resume, and it would be also helpful in the ATS scanner thing. Now coming to the resume, so always have one page resume. Start with your college details. If you are a fresher, I'm just talking about a fresher perspective. So if you are a fresher, try to mention your college CGPA along with 10 or 12 marks. If you want, you can. If you don't want, there's no thing like you should mention. But what I'll suggest is at least mention your college and class 12 percentage. Then you can go with the internship or the work experience section. In the work experience section, you can highlight if you have done any kind of internships and what all things you have worked at, along with the tech stack in which you have worked at. Consider that I worked in internship in a project. So I'll mention that I worked as a front end developer in a project. I used React as a tech stack, and basically it was a customer support tool. So basically giving just one or two liners, don't just overburden your resume with all the things you have done, like the achievements, the failures, that you don't need to mention. So just give a one liner about what all things you have done and what that project was all about, along with the tech stack. Then after work experience, do mention the projects, because what is the reason behind mentioning your projects after the work experience is most of the people do some projects in their internship. So once the recruiter or the interviewer is familiar with your work experience, you can go ahead and explain your project, which would be in the very next section. So work experience, project, and then you can mention your coding profile links. So if you are applying for a software developer position, do mention your coding profile links. Even if you have done one or two questions, do mention your coding profile links, because I have seen in most of the interviewers, firstly, I used to think that who sees this link, but I've seen in many interviews that the interviewer opened that link and asked me, okay, you have done 400 questions on lead code. So I was mesmerized with the fact, okay, the person is having a look on that particular thing. So do mention that. After that, in the second section, what you can do, you can mention your skills. Never mention the skill which you have learned in a 1 hour or 2 hour crash course. That would be very much harmful to you, because if a question is being asked and you're not able to answer, that would imply a very bad impression in front of interviewer. So do mention the skills in which you are very much confident enough, and then you can go ahead with the co-curricular activities you want to mention, and then your achievements and rewards. So that is like the things which I do follow in a resume. I don't mention about the languages, because I don't think that is a very important section in your resume. So, and also the certificate section, firstly I used to mention the certificates, but now I have removed that, because one interviewer told me in one interview that your skills matter even if you are having a certificate of AI ML and you're not able to answer a question about AI and ML, that certificate is waste. So a certificate and language section is not something which I would prefer you to add, but these all things are something you can add on.
I think that's a best answer. Even when I see freshers and people put something on their resume and they are not able to answer, I would suggest also the same thing. Like first you grind your knowledge and then you put in the resume so that you don't get the failures, right? So Archie, this will be the last question, which probably we'll be taking today, and then we will be randomly answering in short, right? And for another 2 minutes, and we'll see the session how it goes, and we'll find out, right? So Archie, he is the first year student, and he's asking like Java plus DSA sufficient for an internship.
Okay. So I would say, like, for internship or like, any fresher job, I would say be good with problem solving, that is DSA. Be good with like one language, let's say Java is fine. Try to do something like maybe some frameworks also, let's say Spring Boot or something. That is something which I would suggest. Also, one more thing is, have your computer fundamentals clear. That is also something which you should be good at. So these three things I feel are really important. Also have good kind of coding profiles, good projects. Keep your GitHub maintained, resume maintained, all of those things, because now the competition is like really much. Like back in my time it was not that much, but now a lot of people are like good at everything. So you should also try to stand outside, maybe stand like apart from the crowd. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention is like uh, sorry, I just forgot. But yeah, these are
No,
like
no.
Java, maybe like any language, some framework, some good projects, problem solving for sure, and also computer fundamentals. That is something like you should be good at.
Okay, that's really good, Archie. So I think, guys, you can quickly put your questions, and I'll be just taking two, three more questions, and we'll wind up this session. So I think most of the questions are same. How your resume is getting selected, we have answered. The roadmap. I would like to tell you all. I'll be putting the data points, whatever Archie and Riti gives to me. Right. Already, Riti has shared one link of her post, which I found useful. I'll be putting all those details and sharing as an document or directly on the description. So do follow the people, right? Archie, Riti, everyone, right? On my YouTube, right? So you'll definitely get the details. So yes, Archie, I see Archie and Riti, I see most of the things are same, and people are asking. Okay, so are we good to wind up the session? Yes, no. People on, please suggest me what should. Okay, are we good, guys? Everyone on LinkedIn and on YouTube, I see we are answered most of the questions, right? And I'm glad that you guys have joined. Unfortunately, Amritanjali is still in travel, right? And she has pinged me, so she was not
That's
able to
what
join.
happens when you live in Bangalore.
She told me the same thing, right? She was stuck in traffic, and
But I'm sure weather must be good there.
yes, yes. I think so. She was telling like she is stuck in traffic, and I told, okay, that's not an issue.
At
We'll
least you can
take.
enjoy the weather, right?
Yes. So that's really good. And I think everyone will be coming back to Bangalore soon. I hope you are in Bangalore, right, Archie? Or
No, no, I'm in Hyderabad. That's why I was saying all
okay.
those things.
Okay, I think Riti is in Bangalore probably. So yes, yes, I believe
Okay.
that. Yeah. Okay. I think people are telling yes. Sachin is telling yes. Ashutosh is telling yes. So that was really a great journey. I think a goosebumps journey from where you have started to where you have now, the things, the community, the things you have achieved. Right. That's really great. And thank you, Archie and Riti, for your valuable time. And it's really a great pleasure for me to have you both on this live. Thank you, and thank you all for the community, right? You have built it. And guys, those who are on LinkedIn and YouTube, again, thank you for your support, right? And we'll see you in the next session. So thank you, Riti, and thank you, Archie.
Thanks. Thanks, Praveen. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Thanks for calling me. Bye.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Bye,
Thanks,
bye, bye.
Praveen. Thanks, Archie. Bye all.
Yeah, bye, bye. Yes, bye, bye. Yeah,
Bye.
yes, yes. Bye. Okay, so guys, that was the great session which Riti and our Archie has shared. And yes, thanks for answering me. Yes, we have taken most of the questions, and I'll be sharing all the details in the YouTube description. And also, you can check few links which I would have shared on the post itself. Right, it will take you to the free DevOps playlist. It will take you to the free interview playlist where you can see so many things you can learn from those videos, right? And definitely help few of your juniors who are in need so that we all grow together, right? And thank you again. I'll be bringing more such sessions on LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time, so stay tuned. And thank you, yes, yes, thank you, and take care. Bye. Yes.